So surely you saw the thumbnail. It's a good thing obviously you saw the thumbnail and the title, because this needs to be, you gotta ease into this. You can't just have it all thrown at you at once, the way I was. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. Yes, they've changed the alphabet song.
The alphabet song of our youth has been scrapped, and parents are having to learn a new version of the song to keep up with their children. So the alphabet song we know and love, that's set to the same tune as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, yeah, that version is long gone. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now I never will forget how to say the alphabet.
What is happening to the world? If you don't think the world is going down in flames, then, I mean, this must be a wake-up call. You're smelling the roses a little too much if you think that. First, they changed Shrek, and everybody was freaking out about that. I thought it couldn't get any worse from there, but this stuff has been flying under the radar for too long, and the world needs to know. So we first caught wind of this about half a year ago, 7 months, but who knows how much longer this has been going on in schools. The school system really is underfunded. They need to get to the bottom of this ASAP. They can't have this kind of stuff be going on in classrooms. It really is a crime that no one has really talked about. I think the school board is trying to keep this under wraps. They're probably trying to silence everybody, but I'm here to speak out. I'm going to speak the truth, no matter the consequences. If you're not illiterate, which, I'm not too sure. I don't know any of you personally, but you all know the alphabet song, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. It's a little refresher just in case you forgot it. It might have been a while. It's a great song. One of my favorites personally. To the tune of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Classic music making, a catchy tune. What more could you want? But these people, they didn't have enough. The teachers said, this song, this perfect song, it's not enough. It just isn't enough, is it? How dare they touch something so sacred? The truth hurts, doesn't it? The truth is painful. The truth is like a knife. So the reason supposedly they're changing it is because kids struggle with the LMNOP. They think it's like one letter, or they don't really understand exactly which letters are which compared to the pronunciation. And same with the Y and Z at the end. Depending on where you're from, it might be Y and Z. There's some dialect in there. But in general, those are the main reasons why they want to change it, so that each letter is more clear. It's like if they went back and changed the Bible because kids couldn't pronounce some of the names, or they weren't interested in it. On the seventh day, God created Riz and Skibidi. On the seventh day, God rested and watched Skibidi Toilet episode 70, which, by the way, many agree is the best episode of Skibidi Toilet. I've never watched it, but a lot of people, there are full-on heated discussions about this kind of thing. But it really is crazy. Like, the LMNOP is like the most classic thing about the alphabet song. It's like there's just no heart anymore. There's no flow, it's just a mess. And like the fact that they mess up the letters, it builds character. The kids have to think about it. They don't just get it easy. Their brains are already fried from the iPads. Like, this isn't LMNOP's fault. LMNOP is catching stray after stray here. Parents will force feed their kids Skibidi Toilet and then complain that the alphabet song is wrong. Like, what's happening to us as a society? It's a real life lesson. If we change things every single time someone messed up, where would we be as a country? Where would we be as a society? As a human race? There's struggle to life. And LMNOP teaches kids that fundamental lesson. LMN OPQ. How are kids even going to remember the alphabet? It's not even catchy. I just can't explain the visceral discomfort that it fills me with when I hear it. What is with people and changing sacred things, man? It's just never enough for us, is it? So I'm kind of distracted here. Does anybody else notice how big this kid's shoes are? I swear to God, that's like a size 12. That's like what I wear, and like I can barely find in stores. The parents straight up said, I'm never buying you new shoes again. You are never going to outgrow these. How can you not respect that, to be honest? Just like, when will it stop? First they go after the alphabet song, next they'll be coming after Happy Birthday, Old MacDonald, Happy and You Know It, Mary Had a Little Lamb. You think they won't do it. You say they're not going to come after Mary Had a Little Lamb, but they will. To be fair, I would be fine if they changed London Bridge is Falling Down. I don't think that any child should have to know about Britain, at least until they're older. It's like drinking. It should happen when they're older. That's going to be a big debate. What should the age of consent to learning about Britain be? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. The alphabet song is a test. They're seeing how much more they can get away with. They release the alphabet song, the new one, it flies under the radar. People don't talk about it, and all of a sudden, they're free to change whatever they want. But I'm stopping that right here. I'm not letting that happen. It even ends weird when now I won't forget how to say the alphabet. It just sounds weird. It's just a mess. Like, I'm not trying to sound like back in my day, like boomer, you know. Things really are getting worse. I think it's plain to see. We really are failing the kids. In fact, you know, I think that I need to get on this. I think I need to get on the train. Here's my new version of Old MacDonald Had a Farm. New MacDonald.
Old MacDonald had a farm.
E-I-E-I-O.
Old MacDonald, Old MacDonald, Old MacDonald had a farm. Old MacDonald, Old MacDonald, Old MacDonald, Old MacDonald had a farm.
All right, I hope you like that because I spent $600 on auto-tune, so the funding is low. My money is genuinely going down. The money is being flushed down the metaphorical skibbity toilet. So this is all very wrong, but people are speaking out. Nobody likes it. Parents are still going to teach their kids the right way at home, which I firmly do believe. I do believe there is hope for humanity at the end of the day. I think we will figure it out, you know. I think we will end wars. We will end a lot of poverty. And I think we will figure out the right way to sing the ABCs. It's only a matter of time. We also will figure out the right way to design Shrek. I hope to God, at least. That may be pushing it, though. So in conclusion, this needed to be brought to your attention no matter how hard it was. Kids are learning this in schools every day, and that's the harsh reality. We need to wake up as a society. Frankly, I think we've been asleep for too long, and this may be the straw that breaks the camel's back. There may be riots in the world. I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's what needs to happen. But anyways, I think I've said all I have to say. Go in peace, or go in Riz if that's what the kids need, since we need to change everything we say for this new generation, apparently. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.